Today I've got some very important information for you if you are going to sail on Princess. I've also got updates for you from Celebrity. We're going to talk about the themed cruises that Princess has planned right now, some things I think you should keep in mind when you're packing for a themed cruise, and lots more. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Saturday, it is May 26th of 2024, and let's start at the very top talking about the Princess app. Now, I know that a lot of us book a cruise and then we are so excited to go look in the app, and that is across the board. It doesn't matter which cruise line you're sailing on. If they've got an app, it's fun to get logged in to see what is offered for the cruise that you're going to be going on. But here are some things that I want you to keep in mind specific to the Princess app, because that's the one we use the most around here. In October, we're going on a Celebrity cruise, so I'll have a lot more to say about the Celebrity app at that time. So on the Princess app, I think that we have a really long ways to go until that is truly going to be headquarters for our cruise. I know that in the long run that is the goal, but we have a lot to accomplish as far as functionality goes. I say we. Princess has a lot to accomplish as far as functionality goes and stability in order to make the app what it really needs to be, truly to be headquarters as we plan our cruise. So there's a couple of things that I want you to keep in mind. First of all, I know that they are having a lot of glitches right now. One of them is that when you book a new cruise, you are maybe not going to be able to add it using the booking number to your app. The last 3 cruises that I have booked for Gordon and I are not showing up in the app. That would include the Total Eclipse cruise, our Antarctica cruise, and there's one other one, and I have not been able to add any of them using the booking number. Every time it just comes up with an error, and does that mean I'm not booked? No. Does that mean there's a problem with my booking? No. It just means the app isn't working correctly. Another thing I notice in the app is not all of our cruises are showing up correctly. An example of this would be they canceled the inaugural sailing of the Star Princess and moved that. It was due to sail August 4th of 2025, and they moved it to October 4th of 2025. It's still showing August 4th of 2025. Do I think I'm sailing August 4th? No, I know we're going October 4th, but just know that some things aren't quite showing up right. Alrighty, we've got a back-to-back cruise, and I can only access the first half of that cruise. The first of the 2 back-to-backs is the only part I can access. So be aware that you're not the only one having trouble with this. A really important thing that I want you to think about as you think of managing your cruises, I think it is very important to make yourself an account on princess.com. I have a whole video that talks about how to use the Princess website as you plan out your cruise, so I'll have Gordon link that underneath this video as well as here. But what I want you to keep in mind is go to princess.com. Up in the upper right hand corner it's going to say login. If you don't already have a login on princess.com, make yourself one. On mine, I just used my email address and made up my own password, and that has worked for me. I did that in 2014 when we took our first Princess cruise, and it has worked very well ever since. Now, I do still have to use, it doesn't always work for me to not use an incognito window, and I need to talk to you about that another day. That's a different thing. Often it works better that way. So anyway, log in. Put in your name, your username, and your password. Like I said, if you don't have one, make one, and then go to log in up there. And once you do this, it will connect all of your cruises to you. And so there, I can see all of our cruises listed correctly. The one for October 4th, 2025, that inaugural on the Star is listed on that date correctly. Both the Eclipse cruise is showing up for 2026, our Antarctica cruise, all of our cruises are showing up correctly there. I can click on manage this booking on any of them and see what is available. So I think that that is a really important resource as you manage your cruises. And you can not only see that your cruises are all there, but it's you can see much more in depth On the excursions, it's much easier to see where you're going to visit on the excursion. Click on the thing and it'll give you a little timeline to let you know like how long you're going to be on the bus between places, how long you're going to spend in each place. That's going to work really well. And then it's really easy to see if there are any reviews for that excursion as well. You can order your bottles of water, you can make spa appointments. It's where you're going to print your travel summary, your luggage tags. It works really, really smoothly. And so just wanted to let you know about that. Now, the other thing that is so important to remember about the app, and I really want you to write this down, 2 things. Number 1, if it's not working for you, don't panic. You can still go on your cruise. That's why I think it's important to have your princess.com account so you can still book your excursions, do all that kind of stuff. But if your app will not work right for you to do everything that you need to do to be ready to board, take your passport and go with you and arrive at the cruise terminal on time. You'll go through the check-in process. They'll enter everything that you need and be good to go. Okay, so it's not that you can't go on the cruise. It's not that things aren't going to go well. If your app's not working for you, once you get on board, get someone to help you and they'll be happy to help you get that going. Okay, the other thing to remember is that when we book cruises that are so far out, I'm thinking like that 2026 solar eclipse cruise from today, that is 805 days. Our Antarctica cruise from today is 610 days. So excursions are not showing up yet. That's not unusual. Usually on cruises booked that far out, there are no excursions available. We'll keep our eye out. I'll let you know when I see the excursions come up, or if you see them come up and I haven't noticed, let me know and I'll tell everyone. But it is really very common for when cruises are booked so far out for the excursions not to be there. It's common for hotels, the Princess hotels that you book for before or after the cruise, for those not to be available as well. They'll come as we get closer to the cruise, so don't worry, okay? Now, let's talk for just a minute about a few changes going on in the Sapphire Princess. We have someone that was just on board, and I really appreciate her letting me know the updates. So first of all, if you've not been on the Sapphire Princess yet, they don't have a Crown Grill on that ship, and they have had Sterling Steakhouse. It's been in that area that is the extension of the buffet, and so if you wanted to eat, that's where you go to eat, the Sterling Steakhouse food. But starting with the beginning of the Antarctica season, that has being changed to a chiaroscuro. I know I'm not saying that right, but it's the kind of dining, the kind of restaurant where they bring around meat to you of the different kinds. So that is a change. And so those of you who happen to be sailing on the Sapphire Princess and have eaten there, let me know. Let me know if that is set up for every evening, if it's open. I know that you can make reservations for it in the app because someone told me that you can make reservations for that. So that is a new dining experience that's going to be available, that is available on the Sapphire Princess right now. Another thing that someone else shared for me on the Sapphire Princess is they went and they had lunch there, that casual dining experience. They didn't have a package, so it cost them $14.99. And she said that on the Sapphire Princess, you cannot order like a pasta dish for lunch. That set menu, you're going to have an appetizer, a pizza, and a dessert. She said that the pizzas are even larger than she remembers them being before, and that you could easily have 2 people share that for your lunch or your dinner. So just thought I would throw that out there. And it sounds like maybe some of the food being offered on the different ships in Alfredo's and Gigi's is maybe a little bit different. So if anybody would like to share what they have eaten at Alfredo's or Gigi's lately in the comments, that would be really appreciated. Also, there on the Sapphire Princess, they cut the space that used to all be the Alfredo's, and now like half of it is one of the sushi places, and it's open just for lunchtime. It was the $14.99 casual dining, and just wanted to let you know that's another option for casual dining there on the Sapphire Princess. She said it was really good. They don't make this sushi there in front of you or anything. They bring it out from the kitchen on the plates, ready to serve you what you ordered. Okay, now let's talk about Celebrity for just a minute. Celebrity, I remember a little while ago when they made some changes to some of the suites in the retreat area, and it sounds like they're going back to the way things were before. In the retreat area there, which is the suite area on board Celebrity Cruises, they are going to make it now so that all of the suites in the retreat have a dedicated butler who is available for messaging on the butler chat. You can message them from on board the ship or on shore if you want to, if you need something. It'll make it have faster communication, Celebrity says. They are also going to have a dedicated shore excursion expert for everyone who is in the retreat area, and they are going to make it so that all of the guests in the retreat can make the most of their time on shore. They're going to have a dedicated lounge to wait in as they prepare to disembark for their excursions. And if you happen to book one of the private journey excursions, the retreat lounge butler can even take you from your suite to the car. And so it sounds like they're really trying to up their game in how they take care of their guests. They are also going to offer some more culinary experiences in Lumine, which is the dining room that's just available for suite guests there. They're going to have some new Danielle Balloud signature dishes. They're going to have a rotating dinner and dessert menu. In-suite guests can also enjoy personalized daily delights, it says, selected from the in-suite dining menu, as well as a complimentary stocked mini bar. And they're even making it so that you can indicate what you would like to be in your mini bar before you even get on the ship, okay? And if you happen to book one of those, you are going to have the option to have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner in your suite if you would like to. They have an amazing selection of wine. Celebrity is known for their selections of wine. They do a really good job with that. They have a sommelier available all the time. Whenever the 2 times that I have sailed on Celebrity, and I'm anxious to experience it again in October, whenever someone wants to have any wine with dinner, they always have this sommelier come and talk to them about the selections to go with each of their courses. One thing that I really like, they have express luggage drop-off, so you're going to get your luggage really quick after embarkation. They have unlimited laundry, included unlimited pressing, so if you have something that you want ironed, they'll do it for you. Lots of other options, but just want you to know that if you sail on Celebrity and you sail on the retreat, you are going to be pampered, very well taken care of, and have a world-class experience. If you haven't subscribed yet, will you please hit that subscribe button? It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't obligate you to anything. It just helps me out, and it will put you in a good position to stay up to date on everything that you need to know if you're planning to go on a cruise or travel very much at all. Also, if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? Thanks so very much. Now let's talk for just a minute about the themed cruises on Princess. I continue to hear from people wanting to know about themed cruises, about themed nights on cruises, so I thought I would go over some things here for you really quick. First of all, when you think of going on a themed cruise and you think of theme nights on a cruise, those are kind of different things, okay? So Princess organizes themed cruises that will have special events, special dining, special guests on board that go with that themed cruise. They also, every once in a while on a cruise, will have a themed night. Now, when you are going to go on a cruise and you're wondering if they're going to do a white and gold night on your cruise, because every once in a while we hear about that. We don't hear about it across the board, but I think it's probably up to the cruise director if they want to do that or not. So if you're someone that thoroughly enjoys like participating in a white and gold night, I would say pack something that you would like to wear for dinner that's white and gold or white or gold, and then just plan to wear it anyway. And if it turns out that they have that during your cruise, then you can wear it that night, and if not, you can wear it whatever night that you want to. But as far as packing a whole bunch of gear to go with themed nights, I probably wouldn't worry about that so much. When we were just on the Discovery Princess, we noticed that they had an evening that it was more like 80s music, and there were some people that dressed up for that. But I think that it takes someone that really and truly enjoys that to want to do it. So if you want to do that, all of the cruises we've been on lately, and I've been keeping an eye on patterns that people send me, there's often an 80s music night that you could wear something like that. Sometimes there'll be a 50s music night, but other than that, there's not a whole lot of theme things going around. All right, so just decide what you would have a fun time wearing, and that maybe you would just wear anyway, because you know what, you're on vacation, you should have a fun time. So pack what you would like to wear anyway. Let's talk about the themed cruises that Princess has on the docket right now. They have got that Love Boat cruise that I have spoken with you about. We're going to have a fun group on board that cruise, so if you think you maybe want to go and you haven't signed up yet, It's not too late. It's not too late until they're out of cabins. So send me an email if you think you want to come. It's round trip out of New York, sailing on August 31st of 2024 for 7 days. So we return to New York there on September 7th of 2024. And let me tell you some of the things. So the crew members, the cast members from the original Love Boat Cruise are going to be on board. So the actors who play Gopher and Doc and Isaac and Vicky are going to be on board. They're going to have fun cocktails. They're going to have backdrops where you can take your picture. They say they're going to have merchandise. They're going to have special events, questions and answers with the crew. They're going to have a vow renewal, which will be so much fun. And so it's just going to be a fun time. It's when we're going to New England and up to Canada. So it'll be beautiful scenery and a whole lot of fun on board, and extra fun for being in our Let's Go family group. So if you want to come, we'd love to have you. Now, the other cruises that they have got is they've got a Jeff Corwin. Now, Jeff Corwin is, if you've watched anything like on Princess TV when you're on board or otherwise, he is known as well otherwise as kind of an outside and outdoors kind of person and everything. So the August 11th sailing is going to be his Alaska voyage is going to be so that if you want to meet him, you can meet him on board. They're going to have opportunities for like meet and greets, to dine with him. I remember when they did this last year that some of those events cost extra. You can go on an excursion with him. So mark August 11th, 2024 on your calendar and look at that cruise if you think you want to get to go. The next thing that is coming up, they've got the Magic Castle Conjurers Cruise, and that's going to be sailing on November 9th through the 16th on the beautiful Sun Princess out of Fort Lauderdale. And that is going to have people clearly from the Magic Castle on board the ship. They're going to have performances, it says, by top musicians throughout the ship. They're going to have uniquely tailored lectures around magic for people. Curios and artifacts from Magic's rich history are going to be on display. And then they're going to have magic-filled cocktail parties, dinners, and brunches. Here's what I am wondering about. I am wondering if we're going to see any cocktails that go with Spellbound anywhere else during the course of this cruise. I would kind of doubt it because they are really keeping those cocktails that go that you can only get in Spellbound. They're pretty much keeping those in Spellbound. But I guess what I think would be really cool is if they develop some new cocktails just for this cruise so that you could enjoy them on this cruise. So there's an idea. If anyone's listening, they're amazing bartenders. So April, I met April on several cruises ago, and when we just went on the Sun Princess, she was there. She is an amazing bartender, and she has developed some of these cocktails, so it would be really fun if they did some more for this, and maybe they're already thinking about it. But if you're someone who enjoys magic, is interested in the experience in Spellbound, even on a bigger scale, I think this would maybe be a fun cruise that you would want to take a look at. Now, the last theme cruise I want to let you know about is from November 2nd through the 16th. Princess is doing what they're calling a Good Food Show at Sea themed cruise. And so what they're going to do is they're going to have some of the chefs who are on the Good Food Show team come and be on board. So they're going to have John Torode, Torode, Lisa Faulkner, Gennaro Contaldo, and Rachel Allen. They are actually going to be on board the ship, so they're going to do demonstrations how to cook, some cooking classes. They're going to have special dining, lots to do, lots to learn. If you are someone that really enjoys cooking and you want to up your game, or you just really like to eat really good food, this sounds like a really good cruise to take a look at for you. So let me know if you've got questions about any of this. I'm really happy to help you. Let me know if you are booked on any of these cruises in the comments. Put if you're booked on any of these cruises, because I think it would be really fun to go. And I'm telling you this early for Monday night. Monday night we are going to do our live, and two things are going to happen in that live. Number one, I am going to tell you what the next cruise line is that we are going to try that we have never tried before. I'm signed up, and hopefully Gordon's going to be able to come with me. And I am also going to tell you what I think dining at Cheesecake Factory and dining on a cruise ship have in common. So plan to join us on Monday night. It's going to be really fun. We start always at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I'll look forward to seeing you here again on Monday. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.